Made with red peppers, that's what it is. What is that? I can't tell what that is.
That's just tea. Like a juice stick.
I'm good, thanks. Thanks, I appreciate it. How much did that cost? I don't even know. Probably like 40 bucks, huh?
Yeah. I'm sure delivery fees are a little higher at most places right now.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, we're having some technical difficulties, but I was thrown out of the audio. Went out for a minute.
What do you expect when you're buying outright, not
so hey, are we back on?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, we're back online?
Yeah, it just threw me out of the party.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I didn't even realize. I was sitting here having a casual conversation with my roommates. Like, didn't realize we were still on the air.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's all good.
Alright.
We were experiencing some technical difficulties. But we are back.
Yeah. No, and no, do not worry. I'm not a cocaine user. I just ate 4 spicy meatballs way too quickly.
Right.
Oh man, dude, those things were fire.
The spicy meatball.
Yeah, they were doused in red pepper. And red pepper, if anybody knows, you know, red pepper.
It's hot.
If you don't eat red pepper the right way, it will choke you up, even if you like spicy. Like,
don't inhale. Don't inhale while chewing.
Don't inhale. Yeah, don't inhale while chewing, and don't let it hit the back of your throat, or you're gonna have a bad time with
Right.
Shoot. All right. So we got a police chief that just became king of Wakanda.
No, he's he's the liaison, the government liaison.
Government liaison. So
Yeah.
that's one hell of a step up.
Yeah, he's king.
Right.
What's funny too is like I didn't throw it like in the art samples, but I definitely recommend if you ever decide to like read these, just let me know. Once again, I can give you my subscription info to Marvel Unlimited, and you can check it out. But he actually has to wear a Black Panther costume, and it's just so big on him because he's just scrawny little white dude. T'Challa is this massive, like. So it's like falling off of him everywhere. Like it's pretty funny. But as far as where were we? I was saying when I got cut off, Monica, the one that was thrown out of the ship, she did survive. But now she's in the jungle.
Welcome to the jungle.
Right.
We got fun and games. We got everything that's gonna kill you and smash your brains.
So,
Dude. Seriously?
So, and since T'Challa stripped Nakia of her Dora Milaje title, he has to select a new one. And he decides that the next Dora Milaje is going to come from the Jabari tribe, because they are the most strained of the relationships, because they're both warrior. They're the 2 warrior clans of the different tribes.
Right.
So he's like, you know, I'm gonna let you guys choose a Dora Milaje, and the Jabari tribe has their it's all kinds of crazy customs. Like they're practically their own separate sect of Wakanda.
Right.
But they choose their Dora Milaje based on genetics.
Really?
Yes. And through selective, process and all this, the woman that they choose, or the teenage girl, I should say more accurately, is actually a distant cousin. And she lives in America.
Looks like he's just tied to America whether he wants to be or not.
Right. Well, I mean, he's going there anyway.
Right.
So they have to like swing by and like grab this woman and be like, you've been selected. And she's actually a pretty like crazy character. She's this teenager, but she's like a super activist. And it's her dialogue is hilarious. Like when it introduces her, she's just like, "And the people are getting disenfranchised by the man, and we don't want you in our neighborhood." Blah blah blah. And then it shows that she's talking to an ice cream man, and he's like, "Look, chick, I'm just trying to sell some ice cream, okay?"
Damn.
But so she's the new replacement. Her name, I don't remember what her real name is, but she like chose a name, and her like chosen name that she's picked for herself is Queen Divine Justice. It's really ridiculous. So T'Challa's in America. He's got his new Dora Milaje. He's got his bodyguard, and and then a T-Rex attacks.
Really? Again?
No. I'm sorry. That's hilarious to me. Cause like, dude, like I was trying to follow this while reading it, so I'm really enjoying like somebody else struggling as well. Like,
right.
It's like, okay, it wasn't just me. Like, so the Russian mobster that he kidnapped earlier, and gave him political asylum and made him testify against the United States and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, after that was all said and done, he turns him over to Interpol. Because he is a Russian mobster. And they're on a plane to somewhere, probably Russia, I guess, when they are attacked by a ninja T-Rex.
Dude.
No, but
actually, hey, hold on. Give me a moment. Something just came up. I have something I gotta go deal with real quick, so hold that thought.
Okay.
I'll be right back with you. Sorry.
So, guys, if you're listening, this has been a crazy story for sure. A lot of twists, a lot of turns, a lot of political intrigue, a lot of espionage. You're definitely going to want to check it out to read it. It's really not doing it justice here, and just me go over the basic synopsis. You definitely want to check this one out on your own. You can get it on Marvel Unlimited. It's like $10 a month subscription, or you can pick up the trades on Amazon. It's Christopher Priest, 97 to 02 run of Black Panther. I think it's split up into like 4 volumes. I've been having a lot of fun going over this stuff. I love seeing Nocturno's reaction to this story because I was the same way when I was reading it. I was like, "You've got to be kidding me!" But I hope you guys are enjoying it. I really do. I hope you're enjoying the content. I'm definitely excited about this series. It is going to be a 4-part series, and next week is going to be our giant size special. So it's going to be a bit long. I don't know, these podcasts do run long. But it's next week, all of this is going to cross over with Deadpool and what he's got going on since our last episode of the Deadpool series. We're just waiting for Nocturnum to get back. Guess he had to go take a pee-pee break or something. If you want to check out any more of our content or any of this stuff, hey, what's up?
I'm back. I'm just, selling a car.
Right. That's what's up. Did you get it done?
Maybe. I don't know. We're gonna go drive it here in a little bit, make sure it runs still, and it's been sitting all winter, so I'm thinking it should be fine. It's a Ford Focus ZX3. It's one of the cars that they made into rally cars. They're pretty durable. I don't particularly like Ford, but I've been sitting on it for a while now, and I don't really see a reason to keep it necessarily. So, but then again, I'm second guessing myself as soon as I say so because it's a secondary car, and it's a stick shift, which is fun.
Right.
So, yeah, later on, once we're done with this, I kind of need your advice on that. To sell or not to sell?
Right.
As far as I know, it's a good running car.
Yeah, you probably just got to charge the battery and stuff, get it going. Should be good.
Yeah. Oh, the battery's already here.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, I've got it. I'm going to go hook it up on an external charger as we speak. So, back to business.
Yes. A ninja T-Rex attack.
Oh, in the skies this time.
Right. Kool-Aid Man shows up. But no, seriously. So like I was saying, the Russian mobster and the Interpol agents, they're on the plane, and the plane is attacked. By Hydro Man.
Really? So now Hydra's involved?
No, not Hydra. Hydro Man.
Oh, Hydro Man. Okay.
He's basically made of water. That's his shtick.
Wasn't there a rendition of that in the X-Men movies?
No, but
okay.
I know what you're thinking of, but no. You're thinking of when Magneto tried to turn Senator Kelly into a mutant, and he turned into like a jellyfish thing.
Yes.
Yeah, and he died or whatever. Like, yeah. That was gross.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Hydra Man. He's a Spider-Man villain too. Basically, he's made of water. So T'Challa is at the Avengers Mansion to kind of check in with the team, see what's going on. He's back in America. But the only one there is Justice, the telekinetic.
Right.
And the rest are taking some time off because they just had a recent battle with Ultron.
Oof.
Yeah, so they're like, we need a break.
Right.
And while they're there, they get the distress call that over the Hydra Man situation. And so the two of them head out to go deal with it. And the Justice basically flies the Quinjet up to the bottom of the plane and uses the tractor beam to attach the two together.
Uh-huh.
And then T'Challa like kicks the door off the jet and jumps out, climbs out onto the plane, climbs inside the plane. And when he gets in, he's immediately attacked by Hydro Man. And so T'Challa electrifies his suit
Really?
to stun stun Hydro Man. And yeah, dude, T'Challa's suit is insane. He can do whatever he wants. He could be like, you know what? I want this thing to be made out of oatmeal for the next 15 minutes. And it'll just like push a button and it happens. Like, it's crazy. And also in the comics, which I'm kind of surprised they haven't done this in the movies, but T'Challa has like these energy daggers.
Yeah.
And he can like basically set them to like stun when they stab or kill when they stab or like or whatever.
Really?
And
Nice.
so he uses one of the energy daggers to fight Hydra Man. And Hydra Man takes the dagger away from him.
Uh-huh.
And then T'Challa kicks him in the chest with his vibranium boot. And I don't know scientifically if this logic is accurate, but in the Marvel universe it is. And it may be in real life. I just don't know. Because I'm not that informed on these types of physics. But basically, Hydro Man having the positively charged dagger in his hand and the negatively charged boot on his heel triggers a process called electrolysis, breaking the water of Hydro Man's core essence down into hydrogen and oxygen.
That's electrolysis.
Ah, okay, electrolysis.
And that is an actual process, but it requires a little bit more chemical manipulation than that.
Okay.
But yeah.
So he's now made up of hydrogen and oxygen molecules instead of actual water. And
Right.
so he's kind of jacked up at the moment. But there's still a lot of water around. So T'Challa's like, how is there all this water around if this guy's not even made of water anymore? And then he realized, because Hydro Man can also control water. Mm-hmm. So he realizes that Hydro Man actually filled the fuel tanks of the plane with water before it took off so that he could have full advantage
Oh, wow.
in the fight. So T'Challa like throws a bunch of energy daggers like through the windows so the water like drains out of the airplane. Mm-hmm. And it's now out of fuel because it didn't have the fuel necessary to make the trip because somebody emptied the fuel tanks out and filled them back up with water.
Right.
So the plane's like careening like toward the White House.
Oh, hell.
And
a flying T-Rex appears.
And it knows kung fu. So like he manually operates the rudders and the wing flaps while Justice uses a combination of the Quinjet's tractor beam and his telekinesis to push the plane, and they land the plane in a river.
Nice, nice.
So they all get out, and Hydro Man's...
Wait, not nice.
Well,
in a river.
Yeah, but he's like broken down in the hydrogen and oxygen. Like he can't do any of his crap anymore.
Right.
So so Hydro Man is like still pissed off. They're all on land, so he tries to like attack T'Challa again, and T'Challa is just like whooping the shit out of him. And he's like, why are you doing this? Like, you're a stupid thug. This isn't your type of crime. And he reveals that Killmonger hired him to kill the Russian mobster and T'Challa. And then, this is like the dumbest way a villain's ever been taken out ever. He like accidentally walks under a live wire, which catches him on fire because he's made of oxygen.
So not the hydrogen, it's the oxygen, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about hydrogen. I know that it can be used for explosives, but I don't know I do know that oxygen is flammable.
Hydrogen is incredibly flammable.
Okay, so yeah, both of them was So he's just like, he's on fire. He's evaporated, dead man now. Like, so, also remember, T'Challa left Ross in charge of Wakanda while he was gone.
Right.
So he's trying to like keep things going in Wakanda, and like the advisors come up and like, hey, today is the day of our ceremonial royal hunt. And he's like, and you have to take place. You have to do the hunt because T'Challa's not here. The chieftain of the Panther clan and king of Wakanda must complete the hunt. And he's like, right. So what are we hunting? And it's like he has to track down and kill a bull elephant.
Welcome to your first day. Here's the gig.
Yeah.
Here's this rock. Go kill an elephant.
They give him a huge spear, but it's so big he could barely even like pick it up. Like,
dude.
And but they like try to help him out because they know he's
killing an elephant with a spear is a tall order, anyways, man.
Yeah, but like the Wakandans to prevent him from being killed and actually help him complete the task, they basically capture the elephant and tie it down, and it's like all on his side. And Ross is like, I can't kill this thing. He's like, look at it, man. He didn't do it. Like, yeah, he's big and he's loud and he's dangerous, but like all he's really done is exist. Like, why do I gotta kill him?
Right.
And then the elephant like breaks free and chases him through the jungle. And he's saved. And he's like, who saved me? It had to be T'Challa, but it was actually Killmonger who saved him.
Really?
Yeah, because Killmonger lives in Wakanda, and and so he saves him, and he also saves Monica. He's just walking around the jungle saving people, I guess. So Monica and Ross and Killmonger are all there together. And then so back in America, T'Challa tells Ross's girlfriend, because they had to have an official meeting upon all the stuff going on between the two countries, and he tells her, he's like, you really need to tell Ross about us, like nothing's going on, but like back in the day we were together like 1,000 years ago. It's like, but you should tell him, like it's an insult to him and to me that he doesn't know. It's ridiculous. Like, he's a good friend of mine. You're making him a fool, and you're making me responsible for it. And he's like, you dishonor us all by keeping this secret.
Right.
But so like I was saying, Monica and Ross are with Killmonger. They go with Killmonger and go back to his village. And he's just like, he's pretty nice to him. Like, he's not doing anything evil. He's like feeding them. They're just hanging out. He's like, you guys all right? Got a couple of Americans running through the jungle. Y'all cool? We good? You got malaria? Anything like that? No, we're good. Whatever. But in the background, like, Killmonger has like hired, all these people to attack T'Challa. So he's like behind the scenes doing all this evil crap, but on Front Street he's just like, hey, you hungry? But yeah, like And I'm just going to go ahead and give you a heads up over the next little bit. Like, T'Challa keeps getting attacked by people that Killmonger has hired.
Right.
And Hydro Man was like the first one. And the next one is this villain. She's a woman. Her name is Nightshade. She's basically this chick. She's got a PhD.
Wait, who were they hired by again?
Killmonger.
I thought they were at peace.
Well, they are.
So Killmonger, who is in Wakanda, is hiring people in America to kill Black Panther.
Yes.
Dude.
He doesn't want peace.
Yeah, but fucking like, relax, man. You're halfway across the world.
Yeah, dude.
Relax.
For real.
Dude, this guy is absolutely gonna hate America. He's never gonna want to come
Like
back.
every time he shows up, he gets attacked by ninjas and T-Rexes and pots and pans robots and the Kool-Aid man.
Yeah, I heard of the Wild West, man.
Yeah, pretty much. But, so he gets attacked by this chick, Nightshade, who Killmonger hired to go after T'Challa. And her deal is basically just, like I said, she's this chick. She's got a PhD in something, like engineering or something. And she basically just decides that she wants to rob banks because that's how she gets her kicks. But, like, he gets attacked by her while he's meeting with the cop, Sergeant Torque, in Harlem. And she has this acidic compound that she created that she hits T'Challa with, which eats through and dissolves his suit. And she also has these chemicals she uses to control men. So like she's got all
hold on.
Like she can create all these chemicals.
She's got chemicals.
Yeah, she
that can dissolve a vibranium suit.
Yes. She's very intelligent. She's very intelligent. But she just wants to rob banks. Like, that's her whole deal. She's like, I fucking love robbing banks. It's amazing. Yeah, she creates all these different types of chemicals and uses them. Like I said, she has these ones like she can use to control men. Like, not superheroes usually. Usually, if you have some type of ability, you can resist it. But, like, normal people, like, she's got them. And so she uses, like, the one to eat through his suit. And so he's sitting there, pretty much standing there naked. And because it dissolves enough to just kind of fall away. Can't really wear it. And then she uses the other one to, like, take control of all, like, the men in, like, the nearby area in Harlem. And they all attack T'Challa, blah, blah, blah. She's like, kill him while I escape. And then T'Challa is saved by Falcon. He swoops in, scoops him up. Hey, man, you cool? You all right? And then they meet back up with the Dora Milaje and T'Challa's bodyguards. And she gives him a new suit. And because he's got a spare, because he's T'Challa.
Right.
And it also gives him some of the heart-shaped herb to kind of, you know, amp him up. So then he tracks Nightshade down, and she's partnered up with like 4 other villains, all of which are like low-level, lame-ass villains. I really don't know a whole lot about them. I got their names here. I wrote them down. There's one of them's name is Morgan. He's basically a pimp. Then there's Cottonmouth, who's this loser dude that's in like a snake suit. And then like, I'll bite you. Like, he's got these big fangs. And then there's this guy Stiletto who has like these sticks.
Hey, have you ever seen Little Nicky?
Yeah.
Yeah. You turn a Coke into a Pepsi.
Yeah.
That was your big transformation.
That's your big transformation.
You got teeth. I don't know. That's exactly what that was.
This Coke tastes like Pepsi. Wait, say that last part again.
You're like, that was your big transformation.
You say what? Like, you got tea? Like,
oh yeah, you got teeth.
oh,
That's
teeth.
it?
You got teeth.
Big
That's your big transformation. And they're part of the suit. I'm pretty sure. I don't even know. He's lame.
Okay.
Like I said, then there's the guy Stiletto. His whole thing is he's got these like pointy sticks and he just throws them at you.
Like a stiletto, huh?
Yeah, and then there's Cockroach, and I don't know anything about Cockroach at all. Don't want to know. Like, so T'Challa's sitting here, and he's got like 5 villains. He's like gonna have to duke it out with all of them. But like, Falcon shows back up. He's like, "Hey, I know you told me, you could handle this, but I figured you could use some backup. So I went and got Iron Fist and Luke Cage. They were in the neighborhood, so I figured we could have make this thing a real brawl." So Black Panther, Falcon, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist, had their little obligatory street brawl.
Nice.
And there's this other character. There's a lot of guest stars in this.
I lost track at around 40.
Yeah, for real. Okay, so there's this one character in Marvel. His name's Brother Voodoo. And
Brother Craig, what'd you get fired for? For stealing boxes?
What you stealing boxes for?
On your day off, Brother Voodoo, on your day off, man.
But Brother Voodoo he lives in like Louisiana, and his whole thing is he's just.
We are no relation. I was at Forrest Gump. I'm sorry, I'm bringing references out everywhere.
No, it's cool.
Wait, no, that's
cool.
Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama, sir. Greenbow, Alabama. But his whole thing is he's just this guy in Louisiana, and he's like a witch doctor, and has all this magic that he does, and he's really involved in like the veil between like life and death.
Cool.
And he senses like this disturbance in the veil, like there's something wrong with the veil between life and death. So he teleports to Wakanda, grabs Ross, and then teleports Ross.
But just casually teleports into Wakanda, the hidden city.
Yeah, right. Grabs Ross, the acting king of Wakanda.
Dude. At this point, just the Wakandans are so frustrated. They're just all right. We're gonna blow ourselves up. Just leave us. We'll do it ourselves, man. Just leave us alone.
And like people always ask, like, why does Wakanda stay isolated from the rest of the world? Like, this is why. This is why. But so he grabs Ross, and then teleports Ross into the middle of the fucking street brawl in Harlem.
What?
And then so he's like, "Oh, I didn't realize you guys were busy." So they're like, "Oh, you mean there's a real problem going on?" He's like, "Yeah." He goes, "All right, let's wrap this up," and then they just knock out all the villains. Like they're just like, "Okay, let's stop playing here."
A real problem. Hell yeah.
So he tells T'Challa that there's a disturbance in the balance of life and death. Something's wrong, and T'Challa believes that this is because Killmonger. Like years ago, before all this, he was one of the Marvel characters that was killed, and now he's back to life. And T'Challa's like, that's what's wrong with the veil between life and death. You got people being resurrected left and right. He's like, like, look at this. This is ridiculous, He's like, Killmonger shouldn't be alive. And... so the villains that they were fighting in the brawl, they're not really like quite taken out yet. And T'Challa's like, man, I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. So Falcon calls this one hero, his name's Black Goliath. He's basically this black guy. His powers, he can grow really big. He can be like 60 feet tall.
Choose your character.
Yeah.
Gee.
And,
is this a 64-man tournament at this point?
Right. So Black Goliath is like, I'll beat him up. You go deal with this.
Beat who up? Who are we beating up at this point? Refresh me.
The same guys.
I thought they were all knocked out.
Yeah, well, they weren't like completely knocked out. Like it didn't work. It didn't take. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they're like not quite out. So T'Challa's like, I don't have time for this. Come on, like you guys are plebes. I don't have time to arm wrestle plebes. We got problems. So Black Goliath and Falcon and Iron Fist and Luke Cage, they're like, get out of here, man. We'll kill, we're not kill, but we'll take out these guys. You know, you go ahead, go take care of business. So they're like, all right. So T'Challa's like, by the way,
that's why Thanos is such a badass, is because he appears to be the first villain to actually start killing people. Like, fuck, dude. No, I'm not gonna beat you. I'm gonna kill you.
Right.
That way you stop attacking me. Anyways,
Right.
I didn't mean to